So I don't really upload to this channel because I didn't really know what to do with it. So if you don't know, I've had this channel for 4 years now, almost. I made it in 7th grade, and now I'm in 11th grade, and kind of want to upload to it. And I decided I'll split it up. Split my videos up. So on my main channel, I upload about everything on there, except me. Just I don't really upload most stuff about me on it. Like I don't upload my taste in fashion. No, don't upload that. I don't really upload me reacting to stuff or any of that. It's kind of something I was thinking about. So I thought this would be my first upload on the channel, official upload. Because I have uploaded here before, I just unlisted through the videos, so you can't see them. But I thought for the first video, it would be talking about just me and just my emotions, feelings, and mental health. Because, well, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. This past month, really. Probably ever since the year started. And yeah, that might be what my channel is, just talking about me and myself. Maybe reactions, but I don't do reactions that much, so we'll see in the future. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I've been feeling isolated in a way from my friends, just distance off from them, even though I see them every day, well, some of them. And I'm starting to feel more like I'm an acquaintance more than a friend, if you know what I mean. Just, it's weird. I don't know. It's not really easy to explain, but I thought I'd talk about it. So, I thought I'd talk about this and other stuff I've been thinking about. So, that's really what this video has been about. So, first, I had a friend named Texas. I'm only naming Texas because I don't want to give out their real name. And we've been friends since 2023, so almost 3 whole years. I'm saying almost because we became friends in May or June, 1 to 2 months. And I talked to them about almost everything, which was pretty nice. I could talk to them about my personal life, school life, or any of that. And they didn't harshly judge me. Maybe judge me a little bit, but who doesn't do that? So, yeah, I guess be truthful with them. And they talked to me about stuff they were having problems with too. And we just kind of give advice to each other, which was nice. And we talked a lot. And when I got into high school, because in 2023 I was in 8th grade. When I got into high school, we started to talk a little bit less, but still talked a lot. And she would give me opinions on people I liked and my crushes and all that. So I thought it was nice. Just having someone to talk to, someone close to you, a best friend, it's nice to just have them so you can talk to them. And then I got into 10th grade, and it was basically the same as ninth grade. Just we talked maybe a little bit less than ninth, but that's it. And I forgot to mention, they're a year above me, so they're in 11th grade at that time. So it made a little bit of sense that they, talked to less when I was in 10th grade. And then 11th grade came. Now, in 11th grade, I started to realize we talked less. I go to a trimester school. So currently, I'm in my second trimester, and now we're in the third month. Um, and it just feels like throughout the first and now this second trimester, we just started to talk less and less and less. And I kind of didn't like it, but I usually try to be understanding about this when people don't talk to me. Because what I like to imagine is that I'm not a very active person. So I like to imagine, um, people are just more busy with their lives than me because I don't do much. So I imagine, okay, maybe they're busy with work or busy with school or both of those. And maybe other stuff because with me, I'm not. I have a job, just I go to it every week, every other week. So it's kind of a job, but it's not really something that occupies me to not talk to people. Another thing is that I don't do anything outside of that because I don't play sports. And the only other thing I do is I work on videos, work on Photoshops, work out, or just that's about it. Not much stuff that really occupy me from not texting people. So I tried to be more understanding that way because I thought maybe you're just busy. So days would pass, and I remember it was only really January 7th. It was the last time we talked to each other, like actually talked to each other. And it felt strange because the one thing I don't like is when I see people post on their stories or notes and they just post there, but then they just, don't text you back. Even though they probably got the notification for your text, but they just don't text back, which I just don't like it. It's just rude. I just don't like it. Um, I mean, maybe you could argue they didn't get the text message, but I doubt that. So, yeah. And we haven't talked since January 7th, so that was that. And that was it with her. I mean, I think we're still friends, maybe, in a way. Because it's not like this is new with us, just not texting for a certain amount of time. Because they do live halfway across the world, halfway across the state for me. Yeah, state. Halfway across America for me. So it's not really something that makes no sense. But I don't know. It's just something I ponder. Like, if she hates me or something, or just doesn't like talking to me anymore, which doesn't really help that I'm an overthinker too. So then there's my other friend. We'll name her Jay. We've been friends since ninth grade. So, ever since I got into high school, we've basically been friends. We would talk pretty frequently, like almost every weekend. I would talk to her about, well, basically everything I said about the last person. So, personal life, school life, crushes, all that jazz. Even family stuff. And it was nice. She didn't harshly judge me either. She gave her opinions on stuff like my other friend did. So I thought it was nice just having somebody to talk to, just like the last person. Um, and in ninth grade, we would talk a lot. In 10th grade, we would also talk a decent amount. Even when I was in a relationship, I still at least talked to her a decent amount because some people kind of just stop talking to their friends for their partner or just start talking to her partner way more than their friends like they used to, which is what kind of happened with us. So then 11th grade came. In 11th grade, we started to talk less. Now, my thought was that, you know, school got busy. 11th grade, I'm not really completely sure what the hardest grade in school is, but it tends to be either 7th grade for middle school, and then 11th grade for high school. 12th grade, I mean, maybe. I mean, it's the highest grade, so it makes sense, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna count 11th only because I feel like I've done way more here than 10th and ninth grade. But, I mean, it's not too hard where I stop talking to people, so I don't know. It's weird. But we started to talk less, and I was thinking, okay, she was just busy with work, maybe. But then, as time went on, I was starting to think she just didn't like talking to me anymore because maybe I talked a lot. Because I tended to send minute to 3 minute long voice messages sometimes. So I thought maybe she got annoyed at talking to me, which I kind of genuinely think that's the reason, which is kind of hard to say. It's bad to think, but I feel like it's the reason. And I only really say that because in school, we would both come in the morning and we would talk in the morning, and it'd be nice. But then as time went on, she started to say that she didn't feel like talking in the morning, and then that was that. She just didn't feel like talking, and maybe it was just in the morning. When the afternoon rolled around, it seemed like she was still kind of like that with me. But then when she had talked to other friends, she seemed a little bit more alive. Or when she talked to her boyfriend, she also seemed a little bit more alive, which kind of hurt me because, well, we known each other before her and her boyfriend started dating. Like I said, her and her boyfriend were only together in 10th grade. Me and her became friends in ninth grade. So I thought, I mean, it's kind of a little unfair because I never really done that to her when I was dating my ex in 10th grade. Because I never really stopped talking to her. I talked to her like almost the same amount, even when I started dating somebody. But I thought it was weird. It's like one of the things I overthink about, which is why I'm making this video, just expressing my thoughts on stuff. So that was kind of bad. And I guess as time went on, as I say again, as time went on, she just started to just leave me undelivered more and more and more. And I don't know, I thought it was a little bit weird, but I don't know. I just, it's a strange feeling. And that's really that with us. Um, I remember one time I tried calling her um, to see how she was doing, to check up on her. And she just said she couldn't accept my call. And she said just text her what I wanted to ask. And when I did, she just never responded back, which kind of hurts. Because, I don't know, maybe you think you have a friend, best friend, and then they kind of just drop you for no reason. But who knows? I'm maybe just overthinking about it. So maybe it is really just too much work. Or maybe I am just being ignored. Well, purposely ignored. And then the next one was just, I guess, a couple of friends I have in school, maybe. So I'll call his friend G. Let's say G. With G, I'm gonna use this name G twice, but I'll I'll explain it more. I have a friend named G, and I remember, we talk in school, and I talked to him about personal stuff, but like not as much as my two other friends that I talked about before. And we would talk, and it's cool. And I remember he was talking to me about Discord and how him and our friend group had a Discord server, and I guess he just never thought to invite me. And he said, "Oh, I just add your Discord so we can play the game and Marvel Rivals or Dead by Daylight." So I thought that could be nice. But then when I gave him it, he kind of just never added it. And I don't know, it's just when my friends talk about group chat, like kind of talk about it right in front of you, and then you're not in it. It's a bad feeling. Like I feel like some people have experienced that, just kind of just being a loner, and then just everybody else over here just having fun, and then you're just alone doing nothing at home. It's a weird feeling, and I don't know what to think about it. Cause then I kind of just summarize it into like maybe you just forgot, maybe, maybe. So that was that. Um, and I guess my other thoughts is my I guess my thoughts on relationships. Cause this is the other reason I want to make the video, just my perspective on relationships. So, like I said earlier, I have a friend, Jay, and we would talk, but then I guess as I noticed as time went on, she just started talking to me less, and it always seemed like she talked to her boyfriend more than me, which kind of offset me, or not offset. I would say, kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. I never had a crush on her, so it wasn't like a crush issue. It was just that we were friends. Kind of like talking to you about stuff. And he kind of just dropped me. And I never really told her that because, well, I kind of just have a problem with saying that to people because I don't want to come off as rude. So, never really told her about it. But with relationships, I just kind of, I don't know, have a slight, I just feel lonely when I see them. That's it. I've only dated three people in the past, and in my third relationship, it was one of the best ones I had. And I explained this in a video on my main channel. I just unlisted it, so you can't actually see it unless I linked it, which I guess I'll do that for this video. But basically, I was in a relationship for seven whole months, and I thought it was pretty nice. And she eventually just started to lose feelings in that seventh month. And on June 21st, she decided to break things off. And I felt really hurt about it. Um, and I don't know, I just felt really hurt about it. And I didn't really like that. And I never really liked the reason she gave for breaking things off. She just lost feelings. That was it. And nothing motivated her. And I don't really get why. Because we were happy together. We never argued before, which is something that people think is expected in relationships that you should argue, but we never argued before. So it just always made no sense that we broke up. But um, after that happened, I just kind of slowly and slowly had the same pursuing of relationships. Like, cause it's kind of weird because I like seeing other people's relationships because it kind of gives me hope that maybe I'll find the right person, maybe the right person sometime in the future. And then there's just the other side of me that kind of doesn't like seeing it because it feels a bit unfair to me. Like, I feel like I'm that type of person where it feels unfair, but it really isn't unfair. It's just how the world spins. So, yeah, and after that, I just had a disdain because when I'd be around my friends, I just kind of felt alone. Kind of just like, I don't know, just alone. I don't really know how to explain it. Because when I was with my ex, when we began dating a little closer to when my friend and his girlfriend started dating. And after we broke up, I remember on my friend's story, he posted that him and his girlfriend reached a year, around the time that me and my ex both reached a year. And that just, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way too. And then with my other friend being Jay, like I mentioned, um, I remember she posted on her story about her 1 year anniversary of her boyfriend. And when I seen it, I felt hurt because if you have time to just post on your story, if you have time to post on your notes, and your story, posts, notes, all that, then you at least have time to talk. It's an unfair feeling to me. That's what it feels like to me. And then it hurt even more because I still feel lonely. Because, I don't know, it's just weird having nobody. And maybe it's because when I was in that relationship, it was 7 months. It was my longest one compared to 1 month and 3 weeks. So, or one was 1 month, one was 3 weeks. So it just feels a bit weird. I just feel extremely lonely, especially when majority of friends I know, I feel like they're in a relationship. So that's probably another reason why. When they talk about their partners, it's weird. Um, and I don't know, I just don't like it. And I guess I especially don't like it when, well, it's something my friends tell me. They tell me I'm a nice person, which I like to think that I'm a nice person. I mean, I think I am. They say I'm a nice person. I have a good personality. I have great style. Um, I'm just overall a good person. But I can never find the right person. It's like I'm doing something wrong where I can't, or I have some type of aura that keeps people away, which I always didn't like. Which I don't know. It's just something I'm told and something I wish could happen. I guess if I could find the right person, which I thought I did a couple weeks ago. Which brings me to the next topic, which it's still the same as relationships, just relationships and seeing other couples. Um, it's just a person I had a crush on. So call them R. Now they do know my YouTube channel. They just don't watch it that often. So they wouldn't actually find this video because they don't know I have a second channel. I don't think. But I mean, if they do see this, then oh well, they already know the truth. So I had a crush on them for a couple of months. Like I said, I went to a trimester school. And at the start of the trimester, I started talking to her. She was in my school already for 10th grade. We just didn't talk that much. And, you know, I was like, maybe I should talk to her more. So I began talking to her more. And the more I started talking to her, the more I started to gain a crush on her. And eventually, I'll just skip towards February. And I had a whole plan set in motion. So the things I was noticing is that she was more touchy with me. So I thought, oh, that might be a good sign somebody likes you because I wouldn't really touch someone I don't like. So, I mean, I thought it was. Maybe it was. And she started talking to me more. And sometimes we would spend hours on a call. And I thought that was nice. And I'd help her out for schoolwork since we weren't in the same class, but we were in at least one elective together. So I thought it was nice. And I had a whole plan set. She said she liked sushi, so we'd go to a sushi place. And then when we were like done eating, I would give her her gift, and I thought she would really like it. And I had the whole plan set, but as time approached, she started to make reasons of not being able to go anymore, and kind of deteriorated my, I guess, liking towards her, or deteriorated the chance of me being with her. And I thought we would be together, because whatever people in school told me or asked was like, "Oh, are you and are you and her dating?" Um, and I denied it. I remember one time in our elective, one of our friends said, "Oh, look at the love bugs," and I thought that was kind of cute. And she said, "No, we're not dating." That's what R said, and I don't know, kind of felt strange because I was like, "Oh, she might say no now," which was the most likely chance, obviously. And as time approached, um, we eventually did hang out. And I asked her if it could be the two of us. And then she said, yeah. But then her friend came along kind of just randomly when he heard about us, going to get sushi. And then eventually we did get the sushi. And when we left, I walked her to her bus stop. And I gave her her gift bag. And she asked if we could hug. And then we did hug. And I thought it was nice because we never did that before. And to be honest, I thought that might be another sign because I don't really hug my friends often. Like when I say friends, I mean like multiple people. I hug like one friend a decent amount of times, but not really all of them that often. So it, you know, it felt nice, really nice. And when I got home, I texted her if she read the note, and she did read it. And I remember she just said she did really like her gifts, but she didn't want to be in a relationship with me because she wasn't looking for it, which is something she told me already. It's just I wanted to still ask her to get an answer because who knows? If I didn't ask, then I would never know the answer. And she said no to a relationship, and that was last weekend, and I felt pretty hurt by it because I was more on the sure side that she actually liked me, but she didn't, and I hurt. Especially when other people in school thought we were dating. So, for example, my cousin, I walk with her to her bus stop and her friend, and I remember she asked me what my type is, and she asked, "Oh, do you like R?" And I said no. Um, and she was just surprised. She was like, "Oh, I thought that was your type. You guys talk to each other and stuff, and kind of the same style." And that really hurt. I didn't show it on the outside because, to be honest, when I'm sad, I guess it's not very different from what I look like when I'm neutral. So I was pretty sad about it, and that was really bad. I couldn't have a relationship because I can't find the right person, and that's basically about the end of it. It was my thoughts, just my thoughts on I can't find the person I want, or to just find anybody, because I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just unlucky. My view on other relationships, which it feels unfair to me, but it's still nice seeing them. I mean, if other people could get in love, then maybe I could find that love again, like I did 7 months ago, um, or more like a year ago at this point. And I guess just my views on my other two friends that kind of just ego me now, ignore me. But that is about the end of my video. Um, Maybe this kind of helps people. I mean, I don't think it would. I just want to share my thoughts out because I've been seeing a lot of videos like this recently. So, yeah, that's about it for my video today.